All right. C1x Road to launch. Day 5 or 6. I don't remember which one. The title will have the right number. We've got a lot to do. So in the last stream, last two videos, I've been spending a lot of time working on the marketing plan, feeding it into ChatGPT, getting updates, refining it myself. My hope is that I'm going to finish that in this video. We're going to have a full marketing plan, and it's going to be pretty packed. So the plan we had from ChatGPT was 12 weeks with the goal of launching around week 9. In part because I told it 2 months, so I suggested that. I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to try and do it quite a bit faster. So I think my goal is now going to be to launch in week 7, counting this week as a preparation week. Next week being week 0, and so on and so forth, with the launch happening here in week 7. So including this week, that gives me 8 weeks. So 2 months including this week to be ready for launch. It might honestly happen slightly faster than that, but I still have a lot of coding to do, and I want to give all of this marketing effort, this campaign that I'm going to run, a little bit of time to hopefully gain some traction. So I don't know, maybe 2 months is not quite enough. Maybe it's too long. Maybe I should do it in a month. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it right now. Let's just do this. Pull up my usual internet browser over here. Suggested launch campaign time for a mobile app. See if there's any general best practices on this. Around a week before beta version. A month or 2 before the actual release date. So this is saying a month or 2. Let's see what this says here. Not helpful. Just looking for a little bit of validation here that like a 1 to 2 month range isn't crazy long. Well before launch, teaser campaigns are great. Don't think there's anything overly helpful there. See if this has anything else. I'm gonna guess not, but maybe it will. Nope, not logging in. 6 months. Timing your app's marketing, yeah. Start too early. Week before a beta version of your app releases. Beta comes along a month or 2 before. So maybe a month and a half. If this is, let's go back over to our calendar. If this is preparation week, next week is week 0. We got week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And into August would be really nice. I would love to hit that time frame. When is Pro Worlds this year? PGA Pro Worlds 2025. Let's spell that right at all. End of July. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to hit that. Could definitely hit USDGC, though. USDGC 2025. Not until October. I'd be well before that. But end of August should, if that's not happening till October, end of August should be pretty good. Would have loved to have made it for Worlds, but I just didn't start this early enough. When it was like April when I created the first app file, so end of August would be great. And so once again, prep 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe launching at the end of week 5. Okay, so we're gonna compact all this down quite a bit. I did go through the report I had from ChatGPT and marked it up a little bit. So the intent was to go through this. I think I've already done quite a bit of the work. We're gonna reformat it into this shorter time frame, moving some stuff around based on my notes, clarifying things. So my goal is to get this into a format where it's just ready for me to copy and paste into my to-do list app. I can copy and paste it into ChatGPT. Make everything very easy. All right, so preparation. Update in Google Form. Update Google Form for testing feedback. And then before every line, just because when I copy and paste this into my Todoist app, just because I indent and make a sub bullet, it's not going to automatically make it a subtask. I'm gonna have to do that manually, which won't take long, but I just want a indicator here to let me know that that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put a dash. Everything with a dash needs to go up to the task above it that doesn't have a dash. How many rounds have you logged with C1x? How easy was it to input your screens, input your scores? You'll notice that this is kind of copying what I have down here. Did it freeze on me again? I've been sitting here watching it. It's freezing on me, I don't know why. All right. What is your favorite feature in C1x? Did you experience any bugs or crashes? If yes, please briefly describe the issue. What would you like to see improved or changed? Any other thoughts or suggestions? Use sections to group questions so it feels less overwhelming. What did you find confusing? And is there anything you wish the app did that it doesn't? All right, and so this is basically exactly what I had down here. I'm just creating it as individual tasks just because there's a good chance that I don't always get to everything under a single item, and making them separate tasks makes it easy for me to track. So this is now ready for me to copy and paste it into my Todoist app, and then I just have to select these, drag them under this, and I'm done. So that's what we're going for here. This is what I need. Okay. Verify if Google Form feedback link. Link for testing feedback needs to be updated with after new questions are added. Ooh, struggling with typing today. Update C1x Facebook page. This would be I had a thought, and I think I'm going to save it for when I prompt ChatGPT with this updated plan. Just because things like this, updating a C1x Facebook page, I've created Facebook pages for apps before, so I've made one for C1x, but in terms of what updates to make in order to optimize that so that it's clean, works for all users, has all the suggested information modeled after other successful businesses, that's something that I could do a lot of research on, or I could probably just ask ChatGPT instead of creating those on my own. I can just do them here. Let's wonder if I can do like this, and then when I prompt ChatGPT, say every task that ends in a $, please add missing information. C1x Facebook page with disc golf friends on the platform. In case there's a better way to share it, send a, oh, here we go. Use MailerLite to identify the most active users from throw with the pros and C1x. Spelling. And create a new subscriber group with them. Okay. Send a personal email to each of the most active testers. And just to clarify, I'm throwing this all under the preparation category, which is intentional, which means that I'm going to try and do all of this week. That's the goal. 2 most active testers, thanking them for their engagement. Invite them to test C1x. Give a link. Social channel. Link to the community social channel I've created, and that's going to be a task I add up above this for feedback and conversations about the app and all things disc golf. Here, send an email newsletter to the full C1x mailing list with an invite to the community channel. An invite and introduction to the community channel. Okay. Update C1x landing page to include a graphic from one of my personal rounds, DGPT Pro round graphic, 3 short tester testimonials. Should be include a graphic from one of my personal rounds. Include 2 or 3 short tester testimonials. Make sure the email sign up form is front and center. Okay. Complete research on local and regional contacts, including disc golf club presidents' contacts for local courses. local pro shops, etc. And reach out to them for marketing at specific courses with signage. Create each contact to-doist for a future. I also want to make sure that there's any tasks that I think I'm missing that they get added in here. These are all pretty clear. Add them as a subtask here. Email newsletter. That's fine. This is fine. Okay, so create each contact as a task in. When am I reaching out? Is that week 0? Probably week 0. Add each contact as a subtask for the items. Drafting, sending these emails. Ideally at maybe include OK and MO as well. I have contacts in Oklahoma and I'm from Kansas City, Missouri originally, so it might be useful to include them as well. All right, I think that's good. Each contact, bump it back out. All right, here we go. Create Instagram graphic templates following social posts. Create for each of these ideas in Todoist under a social ideas task, and then fill those. Create categories for each of these ideas under a social ideas task in Todoist. Spend a little time filling category with a few ideas to create into easy posts. All right, and then we have dev diary, coding updates, app updates, stat spotlight, statistics from my own or pro tournaments. Okay. Personal tournaments, which are going to be my round summaries. I actually just posted my first one today from a pretty crappy performance yesterday. Testimonials. Rounds sent in from users. I don't know what my capitalization scheme is here, but it's definitely not consistent. All right, tester feedback being implemented. DGPT pro round recaps. Pro rounds just from following PGA Live, not necessarily on coverage. Poll engagement and then comments, tutorial, video, promotion, launch milestones, business posting from local events, C1x shops, efforts, etc. Certain partnerships, teasing and announcing and their reviews. This was teasing. Marketing material previews, flyers, stickers, etc. Swag pack contents and shipping. Highlights of watch functionality, giveaway, prizes and imagery, announcements and reminders. Good, the screen capture is still working. Advertising a live Q&A with the dev, which is obviously me. Launch countdown posts. Sign up for the email list so you don't miss it. Sing. Sign. Partner spotlights and teasers. Referral program highlights. Highlighting an FAQ section. Inviting users to share C1x by tagging their friends below. Next launched post. Might be good for now. So my goal is to do one a day. One a day, at least. It may not be too hard to do more than one a day. And a lot of these ideas are going to be hard to do consistently. So I'm trying to decide if I should, I'm going to have to take this. Silly. All right, so I'm trying to decide if I should go ahead and sort them up into certain categories right now. I don't know if each of these needs to be its own. To have a general theme like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, it's pro posts, and maybe I mix one like DGPT Pro Round recap posts. And then I mix some other ones in there. So what if I do, I didn't do a dash in front of any of these either. Not that I necessarily need it, I kind of get the idea here, but let's go dash, dash. It's like if I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Does that make sense to me? Asking that to myself. Is that an easy way to do it? Thinking that I could do something like Dev Diary. The coding updates, I can post a snippet of something new I added into the app. That would happen on Mondays. So I would throw like Dev Diary as a category underneath Monday. And I guess not that wouldn't make sense, but do I want to set it up in a way where that's how I'm doing it. Every single Monday is an update like that, or do I just have a big, long general list of ideas? As in each of these is its own category, and then I just kind of pick from them. Maybe. And then I just have a like post requirements, how many posts I'm trying to do each day. One for most, maybe multiple on the weekends, was my thought. Multiple on the weekend should be pretty easy, especially when there's a Pro Tour tournament going on, when there's my tournaments going on. Because it's pretty quick for me to add rounds into the app. That's what this was. I just entered one of mine from my last tournament round yesterday, which was terrible. I'm working on my form and it's showing. But that's neither here nor there. So, do I want these all to be their own individual category? Is, I guess, the question. Is the question. I'm leaning towards yes. My thought right now. I think yes. I think I'm going to keep them as its own category. I'll kind of select them as I go. Let's do this. Copy. This is just creating Instagram graphic templates. Do I have... Yeah, I do have that. That's my next task. Okay, we'll call that good for now. That's how I'll add it into my software. So here we go. Create tasks for scheduling out posts each week. And similar structure to current social pipeline. Create a new project for C1x. I like that. Now I can at least separate it out into Todoist. So I was already kind of doing this for Throw with the Pros. I'll pull it over here, but I just have this social pipeline task, and this is kind of just how I was tracking social media with Throw with the Pros, and I'll just create a new one for C1x. I'm probably kind of done with the Throw with the Pros one at the moment. I do still have some ideas there to make use of, but I'll make it as a new project. That's fine. So we can just do create a new social pipeline project in Todoist for C1x. Create new tasks. Social pipeline similar to existing. I'll just call it. Including number of posts required each day, setup of those posts, etc. That's fine. And then create new daily tasks for sharing recently posted Instagram posts called shared Instagram posts to Facebook, Threads, and YouTube. I'm actually, just because I'm already looking at the page that has all this information on it. We're just going to delete it. All right, so new daily task there. Determine if a paid buffer plan is worthwhile, or if I'll be handling all of the additional sharing manually. Sure that regular emails. Create a weekly task for sending C1x development and marketing updates. All right, and then up here, underneath this one, let's go set up a Discord or other community channel for communicating with the C1x testers. Make use of the slogan, grow smarter. Determine which community platform to use for C1x. Make use of that slogan. Regular emails. Create a ready to use prompt for having ChatGPT generate social captions. Tie this to creation task in Todoist, which optimizes reach and SEO and usability across all platforms. Okay. Set up a dedicated Gmail account for C1x support. Drop the dedicated Gmail account in the community chats. Update all app links, landing page, etc. with the new C1x email. Forward C1x email to my personal account for easy reading and responding. Okay. Identify. Let's do this one first. Determine how I could build a referral system into C1x and MailerLite, and how I could track it. Identify potential benefits I could offer for referrals. Use ChatGPT, which would minimize long-term effort. Then create tasks to build out and prepare these materials. We'll just say materials for these. Okay. Implement referral system into the app. That's probably going to be a week 1 or week 0 thing. So let's drop that. All right, still moving here. Determine easy disc golf accessories to give away in raffles. Accessories and swag packs, raffles, and as prizes, including as much automation as possible. and schedule. So implement a referral system and then draft and schedule an email to the C1x list asking for referrals. That one's going to be tough. There's a chance that I just decide I can't make the referral system work, and I just kind of have to scrap it. God, my page froze again. So annoying. Why does it freeze? Why do you freeze? I don't know. Typically doesn't do it when I live stream, but schedule an email asking for referrals. Yeah, there's a chance I decide that the referral system just isn't going to work, and I just scrap all of the tasks associated with it. Not necessarily yet. All right, week 1, optimize landing page using available analytics. Clarify value proposition based on feedback. Testing feedback and social comments. Add clearer CTAs, i.e. C1x beta now, limited spots. Add FAQ section, i.e. is C1x free? Yes. Place referral program info prominently on the page. Okay. Draft outreach emails for marketing at courses and shops. Contact list created. That needs to bump out. All right, and then back up to our preparation week. You can see this is just an absurd amount of work that I'm creating for this first week, so a lot of this might bleed into week 0. That's okay. Create list of micro influencers based on search using hashtags like disc golf stats for accounts that post consistently with round recaps and tournaments. Focus on 5K followers. Kind of already had this here, including as much automation as possible. Solidify. Then I need to create designs for all materials required, potentially including t-shirts, stickers, bag tags, personalized notes, PDF instruction sheets for sharing C1x, next account to get reposted, etc. Okay. Draft emails, messages to reach out to influencers using draft. I created a Discord. Using, instead of just typing this out, I'm just going to say using draft created by ChatGPT. And create each as a substack, subtask for drafting and sending emails. Okay. Send out emails to local contacts for advertising at shops using draft created by ChatGPT. had that as a week. Or sorry, this was, yeah. Confusing myself here. This is a week 0 task. Okay. Send emails, messages to all influencers identified. Okay. We're getting there, I promise. Optimize landing page. All right, so then here, bump it out. It had this. This is silly. ChatGPT had these flipped, so I need to fix that. Some shops created. Okay. Can I request samples of swag packs? Not order a couple to have on site in addition to any that I owe for referrals, influencers, or local partners. Couple to have on site. And then what, maybe week? When am I going to reach out to these influencers? 1, 2, 0. So probably in week 2 I can have a order additional swag packs and accessories. Owed for referrals, influencers, local partnerships, etc. All right, and then in week 1 we've got what I sent, emails here, sent emails here. So week 2 is going to get a distribute all course and shop materials to local contacts that are okay with it. Reach out to local disc golf stores. Reach out to local disc golf shops. ARSLC giveaway. I'd pay for a gift card and pack, but want to say that I'm running it with ARSLC. Tag them in the post. Could also include a disc. Okay. Week 0, draft email to RSLC for running a giveaway. I'd trying to decide if I should just go with another round there. To ARSLC, disk extracted. Birdcage. Combine with give away. Because I guess I'm going to reach out to all the shops about marketing at their shop, maybe hanging up a flyer and some stickers. I'm going to also reach out to them about a giveaway. Should probably be a single email. Should combine with email for marketing at their shop. Reach out to local shops for running a giveaway. Maybe it needs to be separate emails. We'll say should piggyback on email for marketing at their shop. Reach out to locals. Has a piggyback on email already sent for local advertising. So right now I'm going to send it as 2 separate emails. Also in week 1, set up a giveaway post on Instagram and confirm how I'd track it. Enters. We'll call it participants. Follow C1x, tag 2 disc golf buddies, and join the email list. This actually needs to be confirm how I would track a giveaway. Participants would have to follow C1x and sign up for email list. And then here, set up a giveaway post on Instagram. Based on previous research, and confirm with shops that it will be running. That's fine. In week 2, send follow-up emails to micro influencers using created by ChatGPT. That's fine. All right. Ooh. It froze again. Why is it freezing? Why is my capture freezing? Over and over and over again. Please stop doing that. If I do this, it's still working just fine. I don't know. Let me stand this up because craning my neck to standing my notebook up so I can read it a little bit better. Is my light on all the way? Maybe. All right, so setting up the giveaway post. Send follow-up emails to micro-influencers. All right, here we can have a update Google form for feedback based on initial responses. As part of this participation week, create a feedback task in Todoist with categories, bugs, UX improvements, feature requests, praise, to log all feedback and implement or use later. Okay. Down to week 3, we're going to film a new tutorial video using the Watch app. Then update update links in the app as needed. New tutorial video. Week 1, set up an email drip campaign. We'll say draft an email drip campaign. Mailer light 3. How many emails? 2, 3. 4. 4 emails. To go out in week 2. Day 0. Explain why, or I guess here, day 0 is going to be welcome new users to C1x. Day 2, explain why stats matter. Day 5, highlight the abilities of C1x, and then we'll say day 7, provide an update on C1x launch. Scheduling for week 2, yeah. All right, so I just said that I was intending to launch in week 5, right? Just said as in at the start of the video, prep 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of week 5. So in week 3, we will where was I at here? Send a final beta test invitation to C1x, advertising early access to features before launch. Draft an email drip campaign in MailerLite. And schedule for one, two, three, four emails. And schedule for, what was I doing here? This was day 7. End of week 4 to week 5. Day 0, launch announcement. Day 2, feature spotlights and benefits. Day 5, influencer and testimonials and social proof. Day 7, last call to join community. And then here we're going to then draft an email drip campaign and MailerLite of 5 emails on this one. 5 emails and schedule for end of week 5 to week 6. And then this is going to be our launch email sequence that'll go out. Day 0, launch announcement. Day 2, hold on. Launch announcement. This is fine, and then we'll go, this is actually going to be 6 emails. Yeah, I know, I can't spell it. Day 1, welcome, quick start, guide, benefits. Day 3, how to log rounds efficiently, plus common pitfalls. Day 7, deep dive into stats and insights. Improve New game. Day 10. User testimonials plus invite to submit feedback, rounds for feature, and then day 14, invite to join community channel plus teaser for upcoming features. All right, and then draft social posts to accompany each email drip. Each email that's a part of the drip campaign for launch, build up, and after launch. Maybe I can keep them separate actually. I'll just leave it as that for now. All right, also in week, this is all gonna need to happen sooner if I'm gonna do this in week 5, if I'm gonna launch it week 5. So build all required media for Apple and for Apple Store listing, screenshots, descriptions, video, etc. Build all required media for Google Play listing, including screenshots, descriptions, video, etc. Alright, and then we're actually going to build Apple Store listing and finalize, build Google Play listing and finalize. Is that going to be possible? This probably needs to go in a later week. I want to launch at the end of week 5. That's got to happen here. Yeah. All right, submitting for review. That's going to need to happen here. Submit C1x to Apple and Google for review. Confirm actual launch date and update graphics accordingly. And it might happen where I get started on this and realize this is just way too much, or something else causes me to get busy and distracted from C1x in the first place, and I kick the schedule back a week. That's okay. But we're gonna set the goals high first. From actual launch date, update graphics accordingly. That's fine. Under week 4, we're going to follow up again with influencers and request launch day posts, including attaching assets for posting, launch day links to make sharing easy. Update landing page with final launch day information. Finalize an FAQ section. That might happen. Yeah, we could do that in week 2. Finalize FAQ section and add it into the community channel. All right, finalizing. Here we go. Finalize public launch announcements and schedule for emailing. Okay. Update landing page. Update landing page once the app is launched. Schedule and host a launch day live stream to watch the tutorial video, talk about the app's features, future plans, and do a Q&A. Prep plans for launch day live advertising. Post advertisement for the schedule. An advertisement post for the launch day. Live stream for week 5. Alright, product hunt. Product hunt. If so, create tasks for the product hunt launch. Alright, I'm on my last page here. Thank goodness, I know, right? First giveaway with a local shop. Advertise it. On socials and run for a handful of days. Run second. Maybe I aim for that just because the end of the week is kind of tough, that first weekend. So maybe this is, we're going to do early week 6 for a launch. That'll give me a little bit more time to do this stuff. Get rid of those. First giveaway, that's good. And then this would all happen in week 5. And then this would be run another giveaway with local shop starting on launch day. Block time for handling launch. So maybe this is just a task that says deal with all launch issues, bugs. Address all emails to C1x support. Launch the app. Launch. Launch the app. Send follow-up emails to clubs, shops, active testers, and influencers. Determine how to encourage engagement on socials with users sharing their rounds to the C1x account. And incentivize. Okay. Launch the app, and then here we'll go encourage users to share their first C1x rounds to Instagram and tag the C1x account, maybe for a third giveaway. Yeah. Set up new social tasks for continued posting on a less frequent basis to start in 2 weeks, which includes user-generated content, feedback, milestones, paid advertisements and app updates. Paid advertisements, that's a good question. Determine if I should run a paid advertisement alongside launch and create plans accordingly. So the biggest part of all this outside of this initial prep information is just going to be creating the social posts each week. That is going to take a ton of effort on my end, just because it's not my favorite anyways. Research brands. I could pitch C1x to, asking for gear donations for giveaways, public events in exchange for inclusion in an app powered by page to their shop. Send out partnership emails based on draft created using ChatGPT. Okay. On that referral, that was up here, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Could include coaching, live chats, etc. All right. Implement referral system in the app. Build out a social leaderboard. Highlight the referral program and advertise it on socials and the landing page. Yeah. Continue follow-ups. Let's go here. Create a task to send one last follow-up email to serves and active testers in a couple of weeks. And courses shops in a couple of weeks, just with a thank you and how they could stay involved if they want to. I don't need to keep that if they want to part. Okay. That consists of everything. That is the full marketing plan. Those are the only things I put a $sign on. Let's open up ChatGPT here. And let's just drop those two in real quick. I need to update the page for my new stat keeping app C1x. What things would you suggest updating in order to make the page in order to drive engagement and boost SEO? Okay. So updating a Facebook page. So here we're going to have I'm just going to drag this to the side while I'm typing. Yeah. So create a new Facebook profile. Facebook cover photo, including new slogan and graphics. Make sure page username and URL are customized and not generic. Make sure page category is set. Update about section with all relevant information. Pin a post that thoroughly explains what the app is. Description, include keyword, rich phrases, throw smarter with a disc golf stat tracking app, free stat tracking for PGA for disc golfers. Okay, that's good enough. Once the page is updated, is there a preferred way to share it on Facebook? Right. So for sharing then, I need to share it from my personal Facebook profile. Personal Facebook profile. Using brief caption created by ChatGPT. Share the Facebook profile in SLC tunnel runners and other disc golf Facebook groups. Yeah. Reddit sharing as well. That's going to be a big one. That is going to be a big one. All right, so let's don't want this, don't want that. All right, so we're going to now grab my full plan here. Below is my full marketing plan currently for C1x. Just give me a yes or no. Do you understand all of it? I want to incorporate a small bit of advertising on Reddit. Am I typing here? Yes. I want to incorporate a small bit of advertising on Reddit. Capture froze again. What else I might be missing? Give me an idea of how I could fit Reddit marketing into this. and what other opportunities you think I'm missing to build traction towards a public launch. Reddit ads. I do want to try Reddit ads. I do. I think I'd rather run that with launch though. All right, so maybe with that final testing, where do I have that at? I have it in week 3 right now. This should probably be in week 2. So here we're going to go create Reddit post for advertising beta test and launch it in our disc golf. Here, let's go create a advertisement to run on Reddit for C1x launch and schedule it to go live on launch day. All right, and then what else does ChatGPT have to say? Anything else week 1? Organic prep, post threads, 5 ideas. Run Reddit advertisement. I'll add it to the launch week here. This can be week 4. Run Instagram advertisement for launch if deemed beneficial. Run Reddit advertisement for launch. Probably gonna run that one anyways. All right, what does it think I might be missing? Product hunt, YouTube micro content. I wonder if I can go live on YouTube with a screen share, as if I'm just kind of live streaming it. Let's look at it real quick. YouTube has definitely picked up the Roy Disc Golf channel. Go live. I don't think that's quite what I think it's going to be. I could just film short videos here though. All right, let's jump back. Is YouTube micro content. This is something I intend to do anyways. I already intend to upload shorts. Maybe I can loop my little brother into handling the TikTok advertisements for me just because I don't have a TikTok and I don't want to have a TikTok. Okay, that's a unique one. List. Oh. Come on. Where'd you go? Here we go. Is it? It's frozen again? Yeah, it's so frozen. Okay, this is driving me absolutely crazy. Why does my screen capture keep freezing? Restart it. Screen capture on OBS keeps freezing when switching windows. It's a display capture. Let's just do OBS display capture. Capture your entire monitor. Yeah. Display to be captured. Cursor should be captured. It's Mac OS screen capture. It's not an option. I wonder why it's not. Like, does OBS need to be updated? Is that a thing? To do. Maybe it's new. Like, it seems to work fine until I start to switch a bunch of content out, and then it's not working anymore. I might just tolerate it for it right now. All right, it was giving me this list of additional app discovery platforms to drop it in on, so I might do that. You can do that in a week 5 here. C1x on additional discovery platforms similar to Product Hunt. I don't like that. All right, so we had beta list. What else? Side projectors, indie hacker projects, alternative 2 and app advice. Alternative 2 app advice. I don't actually know what any of these are, so I may just ignore it, but we'll see. Okay, what else? Just called podcasts and YouTubers. Talked about the influencers, but that could be separate. Influencers could stick to Instagram. So maybe up on the where's my influencers at? Add to list of influencers, popular YouTube or good YouTube channels or disc golf podcasts to reach, to include in outreach. Yeah, share my round CT in the app. Yeah. Okay, and this call to action to share their round is something that I already have on my to-do list. Ooh, for C1x. So, man, I'm lacking some excitement right now, but I think this plan is pretty good. I think it's about there. Let's go see if there's any other subtasks that I missed a dash on. This is probably ready for a copy paste. Preparation. Maybe I don't need to do that actually. No need to assume here. So let's go back over to C1x. I already have these tasks down here. I am going to go and delete them because that's not quite what I need here. But what I think I'm going to try, and maybe this is going to break everything. Add 171 tasks. It's going to take in a minute. Screen's frozen for me too here. No, that was pretty fast actually. Okay. So now what we do is under preparation, we go all the way down to wherever I have week 0. Right there. And then all of that goes under preparation. Let's hide it for a sec. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. No, what was that? Why'd she do that? Come on. Hide those down to week 3. I didn't even hit undo, it just... It is, I mean, it's so frozen right now. It does not know. Does not know how to handle this. Right there, that's where it goes. Good Lord. All right, down to week 4. Let's hide that. Let's grab these from under week 4. Eventually I'll expand these all out because I'm going to have some additional moving here, but did it get rid of all of my dashes? Is that something that happened? It is. It got rid of every single dash. Man, that's annoying. Why does it get rid of dashes? Copy these under week 6. Hide it. These go under week 7. Okay. So everything is under a week now. Let's give them dates so I can track them easily. This is going to be today. Week 0 is here. Week 1. Two. 3. August 17th. 24th. 31st. Okay. And September. So now they have dates. Let's do a little sorting here. This needs to go under the Google form. Let's hide that. One selected here. These need to go under this one. That goes there. Update landing page. I don't know what that date is for. Did I get any other weird dates tacked on here? Yeah, I did. Daily. Create new daily. It just sees that word and then automatically assigns the weekly task. All right, that's good for now. We can continue to update this one. All right, these are the landing page updates. Hide those. This one gets done here. All right, and then this one is going to be long. This goes there. 27. This needs to go above it. This can go inside. Oh no, this should go down here actually. Yeah. That's the Gmail support account. That's fine, that can stay as is. This is all fine. All right, so preparation is done. Let's go to week 0, referral system, social leaderboard. Giveaway. Those are all their own items. I guess I can go look here too. Week 1 was definitely going to have some. Optimized landing page. It's this. I'll pull this over to the side. Froze yet again. All right, and then the draft drip campaign. Week 2, I don't need to touch as long as there's no weird dates. Nope. Week 3 is going to have the drip campaigns. Here. Okay, 4 is good. As long as there's no weird dates. 4 is good. 5 has these. Okay. 6 should be good. And 7. And 2 weeks. There we go. Okay. So it doesn't feel great immediately, but this is the marketing plan. And my to-do list now, I'm sure I'm going to come up with stuff along the way, but that is a start at least. Man, it froze so fast that time. I don't understand why. Let me pull this over here. I wonder if like dragging and dropping stuff freezes it. No, it doesn't seem to. Duration, schedule of individual tasks. Yeah, so there's still a lot of stuff I could do with the marketing plan. But I kind of have it. Like this is my preparation task here has due date of today. All of this stuff is on there. Only 83 things to do today. It was 83, only 25 now that I made a lot of them subtasks. Those Instagram templates are certainly a big part of it. Trying to decide whether or not I want to jump into some of this stuff right now, or whether I want to hop over and do a little coding. I think some of this stuff is going to be fairly easy. I might go ahead and knock out a little bit of it. So we're going to add a project. Let's do C1x social pipeline. Can I get a no? forget how to get the emoji keyboard on Mac. Control Command Spacebar. Control. There we go. There's no social. What about like a media? Camera. Yeah, that one works. Maybe just that one. Make it a little more easily identifiable. We'll keep it as a list right now. Let's add it. And it's got to go up here. All right, so we're going to have a section that is content ideas. I'm going to have a what for next week? Is to create, ideas to post for next week, content to create. This one we'll just call ideas. So this is where I want all the initial ideas to go. I'm going to move stuff into here that I need to actually build out. I should already have the templates together, but I'm going to actually create the content. Once I've created the content, I'm going to move it here and it's ready to go next week. And that should be it. I think those are the only 3 items I need. Here I can make tasks that are, no dates. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. I like to give all the general header tasks a different color just so a little more distinguishable. I'll do the same thing for the category ideas and then the individual ideas. Let's hop back over preparation. Something about creating that marketing plan killed a lot of motivation. I'm not sure why. Don't really want to just sit here on camera and not do anything. Let's take a look and see if I can switch gears a little bit maybe. The constant phrasing of my capture is not helping. This is what I just did for the social pipeline. That's what it froze at. I don't know why it froze at that, but it decided it needed to for whatever reason. All right, the round display, hold distances, app icon, splash screen. I could do that. There's some really low-hanging stuff here that I can knock out. So first, let's go through and I'm going to jump over to a little bit of coding. Let's implement the color scheme that I'm going to be using everywhere else. Stats management, style presets. And that was just going to be to match what I had going on here. I was thinking about, this will be good timing, I know. Slightly adjusting those colors. I don't know if I'm actually going to, but with the thought process that like maybe I wanted this to just be a little bit more orange and red. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe this is good. No, we're not going to change that right now. We're going to roll with it. So right now I'm just making all of the other pages match. Let's actually go open my version history. Where is it at? Where'd we go? Version. Yeah, there we go. Where do I actually have this saved? How come there's no save as here? Can we do a, where's the like show and finder? Is it under desktop or documents or where is it being saved? I don't know. Whatever. I guess I don't need it right now. Page backgrounds for additional views. This is really just going to be new page backgrounds for all views. Okay. Now let's keep rolling through this. All right, so now reviewing the app has that background. And then another thing I was going to do is actually implement the app icon, the new app icon. So to start that, we're going to actually stop the app just to make sure I can see it update there. Assets, app icon Android, app icon iOS. And this is just, yeah, it is just those. So we're going to do not this, not the new icon logo. We're going to go to the app icon file. Let me go remind myself of what that package is that I'm using for it. Flutter launcher icons. Flutter launcher icons. This is frozen again. All right. Left to do is run the package. Yeah, so I've already done this once, so I'm just going to replace the assets, and then I should just be able to run the package again. Yeah, I think so. So I think I should just need to download download these. So this is going to be our, what did I just call it? App icon iOS. And then this one can be app icon Android. Let's download. Both of these, done, download. And then we just need, should just need to copy and paste them into the app files. Tis my hope, at least. All right, so let's grab both of these. Let's delete, move to trash. We'll go grab these, drag them over to assets, make sure they copied over, they did. Let me go make sure I put them in the right spot. Assets, yes. That was all I did, and so now I should just need to run the package. So I just do this. We'll do a full Flutter clean, and then Flutter pub get. I'm not going to upgrade Flutter yet. I can do that off video. Somebody's jamming outside. So this will be just to put our new app icon actually in the app. Flutter pub get. So we're gonna get that package downloaded, which I was already using to create these app icons. And then we just need to grab this. Successfully generated icon. And now that I did that, let's just try and build it. So I'm literally going to stare at it here. So apologies for that, but I'm just hoping that this will build and we'll see the icon change to its new one. If that works, I can assume it worked on Android. We'll have to test it just to be sure. But once this is implemented, I'm going to go update the splash screen as well, which is that first screen that pops up. Right now it says C1x created by Dylan Lloyd. I'm going to remove the created by Dylan Lloyd thing because I think that's kind of cheesy. And then we'll need to update the icon on it. So we'll sit here, wait for that to load. It doesn't need to. I could always just back out of the app and check the icon. Maybe we'll do that. Try and prevent it from being too boring here. So I think we're good on the app icon. Now I need to go find my splash screen. Splash. Yeah, so I think this is in that C1x folder. Yep. So now we're going to duplicate it. Getting rid of this, getting rid of that. We're going to delete all of that as well. And then we're going to go to projects. We're going to go find my latest and greatest, general branding, new icon logo. Grab this, but I want this to be black. Yeah, and we do see the issue then, right? This is where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna make try to mirror kind of what I did with the original splash screen. We're just gonna reverse all the colors, and then I would like to do the same with the image. So maybe to make it easier on myself in case this is something I want to do again in the future, let's save this. Let's close it out. And then back to the new icon logo. Let's go ahead and make one. I've been on the same thing the whole time and it's just still freezing. And I don't know why. All right, so we're just going to make one that would work on a black background here so that I have it in case it's something I would, ever want in the future. So I want all of these to be white. They all disappear, which is good. This one, the yellow needs to stay, but it needs to have a white outline. Perfect. And now if I make the background black, we should have a white disc golf basket. Which we do. I feel like it's too much, like the fill color here. Oh, so I set the fill color on some of them. That's my issue. So if I update these, then I think we should be. It should look more like the original. Yeah. It looks pretty much the same. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So then we have to download just the current page. We'll let that roll, and then, yeah, I know it's gonna pop it up for me. Thank you for that. And I'm going to create a new one here. It's going incredibly slow. It's not lagging on your end, it's lagging on my end. Here, and then this one will be the black one, so we're going to update the background color. I'll update the same lettering here like we just did. And then instead of that image, we're going to go to uploads. I'm going to upload a new file, and it's going to be the new basket with the black background right there. All right, so I'll upload that. Then I need to do a little bit of cropping here. Should probably zoom in for this. Trying to get the sizing to match exactly. Still a little bit bigger, I think. I guess maybe this would be the easier way to do it. Still too big. That looks much closer. No, that's still got to be too big. right? Just like looking at the size of the yellow. Maybe that's closer. And it doesn't need to be an exact match, certainly. I remember my values here, so this is a 23. That's going to change things, isn't it? And this is white. Yeah, that's definitely gonna change things, like so. Much smaller right there. Drag this out a little bit. Drag this out a little bit. I think that looks about right. This one was, I think, 47. Make that match. Let's go up to this. Pretty close. Yeah. And then if we ungroup and I delete that and we move this right here. Pretty close there. I want those to match. I think that's pretty close. Yeah. I'm gonna call that good. Let's save it. Exit out. And let's go back to the splash screen. This froze again on me. I'm gonna try one more Google search here. Constantly having to restart capture and OBS. People were having this issue last year. I don't know. All right, going back. We're on the splash screen now. And instead of this, we're going to delete. We're going to go to projects, folders, C1x, general branding, new icon logo. Why isn't it there? Let's open it back up on a different screen then. Does not want to register the easy import for me, so we're just going to copy and paste it. Yeah. Group them, position it right in the middle. Do I want it to be slightly higher up? Definitely increase the size of it. Should probably be centered. I think we'll call that good. Let's go to my pages Implemented new app icon and launch screen. Save that. Let me go verify my launch package and make sure I do this one right as well. We have launch image saved as already in the assets. The package I'm using is Flutter Native Splash. So we go back to here. We'll go Flutter Native Splash. I guess first let's go make sure that my new app icon here actually worked. The simulator's just frozen. Home. Nice. How does that look? Is that terrible? I don't think it's terrible. I'm gonna roll with it. Going to roll with it. All right, Flutter Native Splash. So the icons did work. Let me go check on the launch image and make sure that I'm about to download in the same format. I am. Is it too big? I don't think so. That should fit. You can go a little bit smaller just to be safe, but that should fit most screen sizes. Could always update it later too. I think I like this, maybe not quite centered. That seems like a, well, I don't know. I'm being indecisive here. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna call that a good spot. Let's go ahead and download it. I have to restart it again. Current page, download. So this will be the new launch screen. Let me go to this, make sure that I'm doing it right. Usage added here, set the splash screen, which I would be doing. I already have that in my pubspec file, which is this. Images I already have. I did just download it. I do need to rename it. What did I just call it? Launch image. So launch image, already in use. Well, if that's what I want it to be called. New launch image. New launch image. Let's go up to here. Let's drag and drop it into our, where did assets just go? Into our assets folder. I don't need Android open. I'm going to delete this. All right, and then if we come back up to here, I did already specify it. I updated the pubspec file with the new name, new launch image. I need to update it here as well. New launch image. All right, so we're setting it. I have to run the package, so I'm going to do another flutter clean, flutter pub get. And then I am going to have to stop and restart the app again just to verify that the new splash screen is working. But hopefully it is. Once I do this, I'll probably take a little break, stop the video. Flutter pub get. And then we have to run the package using that line of code there. splash is this. Native splash. Oh, because I hadn't updated this. All right, fine. Let's try it again then. Because now I updated the file. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Native splash complete. All right, so now let's go to main. Let's try doing this one more time. I'm hoping it'll go a little bit faster now that I've already done it once. Probably not, you know, but maybe it will. Maybe it will. We can verify that the new splash screen is in. And then we can take a little break. And then I might film another video a little bit later today. Jump back into some marketing stuff, but I don't think I want to do anything once I get this splash screen in. I'm going to take a little pause. Even just planning for marketing takes quite a bit of my motivation out of me. It's running. Go open this up here. Updated the app icon and implemented. Updated the splash screen. We finished adding the new color scheme. So that's all in. Just give this another second. Hopefully. Loading. So slow on stream. Still don't know why. Still also haven't just restarted my Mac though, so maybe I'll do that after this, before I start the new video. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, please just finish building. Where did that window just go? There we go. So slow. It's a good thing I'm not doing this with Throw with the Pros, because it's like an order of magnitude larger than C1x, because there's so many custom graphics in it. So it'd probably take an hour to launch. But C1x is like 30 megs right now, and that's it. Pretty small app currently. Come on. Oh, just show me the new splash screen. And then we shouldn't need to reload the app anymore. We can just keep it loaded in. And my capture froze. Let's restart that. Still loading. This is crazy. This should take like 10 seconds. I need to restart it. I need to restart the Mac. 'Cause 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 taking a peek at work emails while I'm doing this. Caught up on those for tomorrow. Done. Aha, and we have a new splash screen, and my capture froze. There we go. I got it. You can see it. All right, we got a new splash screen. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna call it there. We'll be back soon. I've still got so much to do, but I need a little breather, maybe some lunch. So, finish the marketing plan in Todoist, new app icon, color schemes consistent throughout, new splash screen. So lots of, in the grand scheme of things, very minor, but important, had to get done. So progress made. But that'll wrap it up for this video, and I'll probably have another one coming out in a little bit. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.